A very good morning and welcome to yet another edition of Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Joad Abdin.
And I'm Nithmini De Silva.
We start off with a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
In local news, discussion between IMF representatives and party leaders today. State Minister of Finance Ranjit Lapitiya says attention was directed to reduce VAT. And the Southern Expressway bus drivers launch Work to Rule campaign. In news overseas, Oppenheimer wins Best Picture, biggest prize of the night at Oscars 2024. And in cricket, Australia beat New Zealand by 3 wickets to win the second test.
And now bringing you your news in detail now. News on the current economy, Sri Lanka, the situation with the IMF as well. An update on that now. The discussion between the representatives of the IMF and the opposition will be held at the President's office today now. A decision was made by President Ranil Wickremesinghe to extend an invitation to leaders of the opposition parties to take part in the discussions held with the representatives of the IMF. Now, according to the President's Media Division, opposition leaders Sajith Premadasa, Anurakumara Dissanayake and Tamil National Alliance leader S. Sridharan were invited to participate in these deliberations, with an open invitation extended to interested individuals to join alongside the invited leaders. Now, the President's Media Division also said the chairman of the Committee on Public Finance, Harsha De Silva, has also been informed to participate in the discussions.
Now moving on to your next local news, State Minister of Finance Ranjit Lapitiya says attention has been directed to reduce VAT. The State Minister says attempts are being made to reduce indirect taxes.
No government wants to impose taxes. We were one of the nations with the lowest state income. Our expenditure was 19% of GDP and income was 8.3%. The solution is to increase state income. In doing so, indirect taxes are increased immediately. We are trying to reduce that percentage and move towards direct taxes. It takes time. We know taxes are a burden on the people. We are trying to reduce it in every opportunity we get. The President recently said in Parliament that we will reduce VAT on school equipment the first chance we get. We are paying close attention to it as a group within a democratic government. And now moving on to more local news, the Galle Markumbra Southern Expressway Bus Drivers Trade Union has launched a Work to Rule campaign today. Now, the secretary Nilanga Sandarawan says the union action was launched against the highway bus schedule. He said they operated buses to meet the passengers' demands without sticking to the schedule. Now, Sandarawan said, however, it has led to several inconveniences and therefore a decision was reached to operate buses only according to schedule. Now, he also stressed a strike against this will also be launched if authorities fail to amend the schedule by the 18th of March. And Rithmini, I believe you have some international news for us as well, and we'll get to that in a little while.
International news.
Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer has won Best Picture, emerging from a long list of films to take home the crowning prize of the night. The film offered a nuanced portrayal of the race to create the first atomic bomb and the scientist who spearheaded that process, J. Robert Oppenheimer. The film, alongside competitor Barbie, swept the box offices and became one of the movie events of the year. The win is Oppenheimer's 7th of the night out of 13 total nominations.
Sports news.
And now bringing you some update on sports as well. New Zealand are still looking for their first series win against Australia in test matches, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case for them as well. Now, Australia's middle order squeaked out a mighty test win in Christchurch, where Alex Carey's fighting 98 not out defied New Zealand to wrap up a 2-0 series victory. Now, Carey and Mitchell Marsh, who made 80, did the business for Australia, which stumbled to 4 for 34 before reaching 281 for 7 to win the game. Now, combining after the early loss of Travis Head at 80 for 5, Marsh and Carey put on 140 runs together, the biggest partnership of the series when the pressure was at its heaviest.
And with that, we wrap up this hour's edition of PS101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nithmini De Silva.
I'm Joad Abdin.
Thank you.